This week we check out what BMW Motorrad calls its luxury cruiser, the R1200CL. According to BMW, this laid-back tourer is supposed to be built upon the two-wheeled platform first seen some 5 years ago in a James Bond movie. I'm referring, of course, to the R1200C. Mind you, other than the front frame and the basic power plant, pretty much everything else is new, including the 6-speed overdrive transmission and integrated power-assisted ABS brakes, sporting the latest Evo discs and calipers. There's also a redesigned subframe designed to carry the weight of all the CL's additional luggage and passenger loads. So how does it all work? This week we invited Steve Bond, a journalist with the Toronto Star, to sample the CL, and here's what he had to say after a couple of days of cruising in the lap of luxury. So Steve, BMW calls this a touring cruiser. Certainly not sport touring, and maybe not as heavy as full touring. What kind of purpose do you see this bike being used for?
Well, I think this is for the guy that's certainly well-heeled. BMW is certainly a top-level machine. It's got to be somebody who's not in a big hurry to get somewhere. Something nice, relaxed mode. It's got the hard bags. Take all their stuff with them.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't be doing it at a very high pace, that's for sure.
So it's sort of lazy and relaxed touring.
Lazy and relaxed. Coming down here, 3,000 RPM was about 110K, 120, somewhere around that on the highway.
Yeah.
And 6th gear is definitely an overdrive, which is good for cruising. But if you're on a 2-lane road, you would have to grab a gear or two to pass somebody. Coming on the 401, I actually got a little bit bored with the 401 this morning. I took off on some of the 2-lane roads, and it's just perfect. And of course, BMW, the standard heated grips, keep your hands nice and warm on those cold mornings. And especially this morning, we ran through a couple of little rain showers coming through. Excellent wind and weather protection from the handlebar mounted fairing. You've got little deflectors on the bottom, keeps it off your legs. The mirrors do an excellent job of breaking the wind on your hands as well, keeping them warm and dry.
Shifting, clutch actuation?
Clutch actuation, it's a hydraulic clutch, very smooth, progressive. There's a little bit of slack right off of the engagement point. You do get a little bit with the shaft drive. Very progressive, short throws on the gear shift. It does have a heel and toe arrangement. I prefer just a toe shifter myself, but a lot of guys seem to like that.
Yeah. They
just like stomping on the lever rather than finessing it with their toe. Bags are absolutely first rate. You can get a full coverage helmet in the top box here. Lots of room for all your stuff. The side bags hold a lot. I've got an extra pair of boots in there. I got the rain suit. This is kind of slick too. The little thing kind of rolls back and forth. Waterproof. And for Milady, the top box has a built-in backrest, which makes for a very nice passenger accommodation.
No kidding. Look at how wide this is. Both pillions are quite wide. Did you get a chance to take a passenger?
Yeah, I had one of these earlier in the year, and my lady is very sensitive to the jolting through regular motorcycles, the sport bikes and that. And she pronounced this just about the best she's ever tried.
How'd you like the finish?
It's very good. Typical BMW, excellent fit and finish. The quality's there, the instruments don't bounce around. You've got twin trip meters here in the little slot, the clock. A whole bank of warning lights there, including an ABS warning that lets you know if the ABS is malfunctioning. Mm-hmm. Controls, they fall readily to hand. I'd say they're fairly good. Adjustable brake and clutch lever. The early one I had this year had cruise control. This one doesn't have it, but it's a very nice feature.
Right.
Especially get on the highway, you just stick it on 120 and leave it there. But the license plate says it all, Dave. Comfort. That's what it's all about.